What's going on, you guys? So, as the news of the Fury versus Wilder postponement continue to hit the airwaves, even more news is dropping that Tyson Fury is likely to return to England following fight postponement. And it says here via Mike Cobbinger, Tyson Fury is likely to return to England and ultimately come back to the United States for camp when the time is right. Sources said multiple people in Tyson Fury's camp have tested positive for COVID-19. Then at the bottom here, it tells you the truth, right? See, when you got COVID-19, you're not able to travel and shit. You got to show a negative result 72 hours after the COVID test is taken, right? So it says here all travelers entering the UK, including British citizens, must present a negative COVID test taken within 72 hours. You know what I'm saying? But Tyson Fury is able to travel around. See, it's just so much shit going on with this dude. You don't really know what to believe. But what your boy Bushido thinks, I still think he's looking for a way out. Like I said before, John Fury did not want his son dealing with Deontay Wilder. He told his son to get your bags and come back home. This is what he's trying to do. They're looking for they found a way to get out, and now they're gonna continue to come up with a plan to either come up with a plan during the fight or come up with a plan to get out of the fight. You can never be too certain with Tyson Fury, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a fight that a lot of people was just looking forward to. It was a big fight in boxing. It had a lot of a big storyline behind it, and a lot of people buying their tickets and shit. And now the fight ain't happening. And now dealing with Tyson Fury, the fight is likely not to happen at all. He's a guy that's liable to pull out of the whole sport of boxing, and not come back and fight in the UK, in America again, type shit. Oh, I'm retiring for boxing, and we'll come out with some long statement, come up with excuses as to why he ain't gonna fight, and he's gonna retire. That's what I think Tyson Fury is gonna do. I think Tyson Fury is gonna retire from boxing. He's gonna try to get out of the fight, and he's gonna retire. You can't leave when you got COVID-19, and even if he does really got COVID-19, right? How many more days into the fight? Probably about a couple of weeks, right? Probably about 2.5 weeks or so. So I mean, really, he ain't got COVID-19 though. He don't really got COVID-19 because if he got COVID-19, it seems ironic that just his team got COVID-19. Sugar Hill don't got COVID-19. That's his head trainer right now, right? How come he ain't got it? But it's just strange that all these British guys and these European dudes that's with Fury got it. Joseph Parker, Isaac Lowe, and who else was it? Shit, I forgot who else it was. It was three. It was three other guys, and they all had COVID-19. But Tyson Fury, man, he pulling out of this fight, man. You know what I'm saying? They looking for a way to get out of this fight. And now they talking about the date is October 9th. Do we really think this fight is going to happen now? I don't think the fight is going to happen. I say it's about a 40-30% chance it's going to happen now. It's simply just because we're dealing with a guy like Tyson Fury. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's unfortunate for the Team Bronze Bomber, though, right? It's unfortunate. They was really ready to show the world what they've been working on. They seem really ready to get revenge against Fury. They seem really focused on this fight. And to hear that the date gets pushed back, that's a good way to really kill your momentum. You know what I'm saying? Just because this dude wasn't ready yet. You know, I don't believe for a second he really has COVID-19. I don't believe it for a second. It's just funny that out of all the athletes in the world right now, the two top ranked guys have been catching COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been hearing too many guys getting COVID-19 at this particular time, just because I think they kind of got it down. You know, professional athletes, entertainers, they got to probably be vaccinated and all this shit because they do a lot of traveling and moving around. So they have to be vaccinated and make sure they properly taken care of. This is some sloppy shit by Top Rank, if anything. Let's just say they really do get COVID. This is some sloppy shit. Bob Arum told everybody that this dude was fully vaccinated. You told everybody he was fully vaccinated. And next thing you know, he gets COVID-19. First they say somebody in his camp got it. Now all of a sudden he got it. Man, it's a bunch of cap. It's a bunch of lies. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a way for him to get out. And now he's likely to return to England. And it says all travelers in the UK, including British citizens, must present a negative COVID test taken within 72. But he's able to go back home. How? How? How is he able to go back home? And even if you do land, you gotta they usually quarantine you and shit. You gotta quarantine all types of shit. It's a certain protocol. Like there's certain things you can't just travel like that no more when you going in and out of the country. When you athletes and shit, I be seeing the UFC fighters. They be having to sit in hotels for weeks at a time and shit. After they got through fighting, they had to go back home and sit in the hotel rooms and shit until they get the quarantine shit. Even if they did test negative, they still got to sit in quarantine. You know, COVID-19 ended up being a really good excuse for Tyson Fury to get out of this fight. I wonder if there was no COVID-19, like if it was fully eradicated, right? Let's just say the COVID-19 thing was fully eradicated. Everybody's fully vaccinated. You can't really get it no more. It wasn't going to really do nothing to you. It's similar to a common cold. What excuse would they use to get out of this fight? Because shortly after we seen the video, the video of him getting beat up, or video of him looking like he's been getting his ass beat, next thing we know, he pulls out of the fight a week later. Truth of the matter is, people, Tyson Fury just don't got it no more. He's in camp. He's trying to get it together. He can't get it together. He can't get it together. He simply just can't get it together. He's probably been taking shortcuts, a lot of shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? He's probably doing a lot of bullshit. And then when he's here in America, when the spotlight is on him now, when the mass majority of people heard about or is up to his tricks, because even if they don't believe it, they know about it and they heard about it. So he ain't gonna be able to really do no shit like that. And he's out here getting his ass beat. So he's looking for a way out. Top rank, or let's just say this too, people. Or it could be something. It could be a combination of things. It could be the fact that the fight ain't really selling that good. It could be that too. That the fight ain't really moving that good. We heard the same thing about Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. Tank Davis said that fight ain't moving no tickets. They pulled him out. They said Teo had COVID. I heard something else, but I'm not going. Like I said, I'm not gonna put it on the air. But I heard something different. But next thing we know, we see Teo out on vacation. You know what I'm saying? These dudes using these mental illness excuses and these this COVID-19 excuses to get out of fights now. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. We was close. It was close too. It was a couple of weeks away. Tyson Fury found a way to get out. He found a way to get out. And I think he's going to really find a way out of this fight altogether. He may end up retiring from boxing because I don't think he could just drop the belt because then he'll have to pay Wilder millions. You know, he'll have to pay Wilder millions if he drops the belt. So he's really in a bad situation as far as his boxing career. And that's what he gets. I don't feel sorry for him one bit. You know what I'm saying? If he had to beat Wilder fair and square, he shouldn't have no problem going up in there again and doing it again. But see, he know it was controversial. He know he did some bullshit. And he know he likely won't be able to do it again. Like, subscribe, holler at your boy. Peace out.